Hello and welcome to the Matchday Vlogs live show. Here this evening we're talking blah blah blah. We're here this evening to talk about the upcoming game at Portman Road. We're here to see Ipswich versus Southampton on Sunday. We'll also be talking about the recent cup win, which was slightly underwhelming. Is that fair to say? Slightly underwhelming against Northampton. We are the true Hampton of the UK, and of course we will be talking about that absolute insane win at the weekend against Wrexham. I say insane because of the fact of how it ended. I think all of us were perhaps expecting the win, maybe, but just in the manner of how we did it. But as always, let us know where you're watching the show from. It's always fun to find out. Also, let us know if you're at either of the games, whether that's at St Mary's on Saturday or you made the 2-hour and something journey up the A34 to see Northampton, which I believe is somewhere near Birmingham. I'm here, as always, with Jack. Jack, how we doing?
Yeah, mate, not too bad. Is Northampton really north?
It is to me because it's above the M4.
I mean, it's all north from us, but
Yeah.
is it truly like Southampton is truly south, but is Northampton truly north?
That's a good point.
Where's north from here?
That's a good point indeed. Should we get into the game from...
Absolutely.
I've lost all my buttons. Where's my buttons gone?
Mike's come into this one very prepared.
The more prepare, the more stuff I prepare, that there is media assets. There is good stuff. Let's have a chat about that win. My goodness, I felt that we were on top for the majority of that game.
Yeah, yeah.
It was just the fact of how it panned out. I think we were all kind of, expecting a dogged display from Wrexham. Was it kind of like how you saw it happening?
I think it kind of was, I didn't really know what to expect from after pre-season and knowing that the attacking threat isn't quite there for us yet. I kind of knew that we would maybe struggle a little bit, but then Ryan Fraser kind of eased those woes in the opening 4 minutes with that little...
Yeah.
I mean, literally, as we kicked off, Ryan Fraser just blasting down at the defence, just scraping it wide. I thought, okay, we might actually be onto something here. Fraser about to put in the performance of the season.
Mm.
And then it just kind of seemed to get harder and harder for us. And then those balls over the top came that were quite hard to deal with. And that is kind of what led to the penalty, really, is that ball over the top. Ronnie Edwards not really dealing with it too well.
It was a penalty?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. But what I do think, looking back at it, is that it was reckless because I think Stevens was coming in. I think Stevens coming in on that other side probably would have dealt with it, or at least done enough to put Brinky to put off Kiefer Moore and sort of stop him from doing it. I mean, it was again their first shot of the game. He's better than what they've had, but Kiefer Moore, I think maybe first shot of the game probably wouldn't have. I don't think he would have put it away.
I thought he was playing for the penalty though.
He was, and
100%.
Ronnie just came in and shoved him down. You can't say it's not.
No.
Is it the most blatant penalty in the game? No. Was it the only one given? Yes. So that's where we are on that.
Should we address the ref slightly?
I mean, we knew it was going to be bad. It's bad in the Premier League when they've got robots to help them, and this down here they're not deemed good enough for that league.
No.
And they don't have the robots to help them, which is good, but they are terrible.
It was crazy to see, what do we have, 2 penalty shouts, and then he finally gave a free kick outside.
God, yeah. What's funny, right, is that most of the highlight reels that sort of show you the game, the extended highlights, they don't really show you the bulk of the match, and that is those bad decisions and bad touches and things that they're not going to put those in because they're kind of boring to watch. But reality is, in these leagues, you could just put highlight reels of the referees getting it wrong.
Yeah.
If you've not watched the pitch side and seen the Saints release, they kind of left in every bad decision, especially the ones in the first half where it was, like you said, those 2 penalty shouts in a row. I think it was for Adama and Jay Robinson, I think it was. It's been a minute or two since I watched it. And then we got given the free kick. When you see them down there, they're definitely penalties. I see a lot of people saying that Saints were a bit weak and went down a bit easy. But they were definitely pushing. If they, if they were given the shoves that they were given.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But it was funny because the Birmingham Ipswich game the night before, that's what got me nervous going into the game because Birmingham really put it to Ipswich. And again, Ipswich looked flat, but they really put it to them.
Yeah.
And the ref was giving really light fouls. And there's that amazing Birmingham goal in the first half where they've loved the goalkeeper and he's been quite weak with what he's given as a challenge.
Yeah.
Flip to our game and it's the complete reverse. He's just not giving anything for anyone.
Yeah.
Even Phil Parkinson's got a yellow card in the first half for decisions.
What was that for?
I don't know. I've even watched a few Wrexham podcasts afterwards just because I was like, right, let's see what he was moaning about. I think there was maybe a few sort of bit back and forth fouls, but nothing that I don't understand why he was going up mental that early.
Yeah.
But, that's some people can't be as cool as our manager.
No.
He set off Kevin Nolan today as well, so he's will still just likes annoying other managers apparently.
Yeah, I mean, should we move on to the game up at Northampton? Obviously, do let us know in the chat section.
You don't want to talk about the amazing goals?
You're right. We should
probably talk about the goals. Actually, talk about the game.
We should. You're right. Okay. Well, also, that's a very excellent point because I want to give a massive shout out to a certain player who made that absolutely unbelievable pass.
I mean,
he's right here with us. Shay's in the room. Not only was he at the Sheffield Wednesday game at Leicester,
he's also here.
He's also here right with us. No, I want to give a massive shout out to this guy because I think being out on loan last season probably did plenty for his confidence.
Yeah.
But for him to put in a shift like that in a Saints shirt
great.
is fantastic. And I had a particularly special moment because when the lap of honour came round, I happened to be wearing a Shay Charles shirt. I have to say it's not a match one shirt. It's just one I had Shay Charles put on the back of it. But the white kit, I'm sure you all saw the vlog anyway. And I turned around and I did the whole kind of, and I got a little thumbs up and a little
You
wave.
definitely got a little thumbs up and a fist pump. So that's lovely. You're right. Shay was all over. I mean, he got the free kick that got us the man in goal as well.
Mm-hmm.
He was just relentless. And I think you start the season off. In my mind, I kind of thought Downs would be the slightly more secure CDM, and Shay would sort of find the rub. But it's not. We've kicked off, and Charles looks amazing. And it was that 40-yard diagonal was just beautiful.
Oh, the more and more I watch that, and in fact, I'm going to give a shout out to another content creator. I think it's Jimmy Cheese channel. He had an excellent angle of that ball. It's absolutely real. I think he's in the corner, the Itchin North sort of corner, but he's got the perfect angle of that pass, and it's just, I think that's my favourite angle because it just lands on Ryan Manning's chest, and it's just like
great control from Manning. Everyone did their job perfectly well there. Even Downs in the middle dummying it to let it go to Stevens. It was great, and I think that this was the game the Northern Wall needed because gosh, that was loud when that went in. It was a big relief. I think there's a lot of scar tissue from last season. The thing you hear all the time about Southampton is there's always scar tissue because we've always been terrible.
Yeah, that's true.
And then to get to 90 minutes of this game and think, I think we're going to lose it. We're going to lose this opening game to Wrexham. We're going to be a bit of a joke, the Premier League team couldn't beat Wrexham. And then, oh my God, man. And honestly, if you watch the game, if you watch the vlog back, you'll see that I'm on my phone just before he steps up to take it because I'm so, at that point, I'm like, right.
It's the joys of the cameras.
Let's think of, it's 90 minutes. Let's get ready to get out of here and let people know what's going on. Manning stepping up for a free kick. This isn't going in, is it? And then side netting. It wasn't, not only did it go in, it was side netting. That was so Ward-Prowse-y. It was unreal. And in a moment where Ward-Prowse used to do it when we needed it the most. So it was absolutely unreal. And I think that's the Northern Wolves had such a hard time of it because since being introduced, there's been one home win. We've matched our home record from last season.
Yeah,
we've already done that, so that's great.
Yeah.
And their other win from last season is the team we're playing on the weekend. So it all looks good for a really strong start for us.
It does.
But that's what it was all about, is that Northern Wall. With that, it was absolutely popping. And I do think there was something about breathing the ball into the goal at the last bit. It was... Yeah,
it turned, didn't it?
The
moment the free kick went in, it was just like suddenly the atmosphere was like there was a belief of like,
and it was
this can happen.
It was incredible, and I just thought, right, this is what that Northern Wall was in place for. Now we've got a season to have it. I always thought it should have been put in when we did the last championship run, and I think this season will let people see, right, this is what it's all about. This is what we need it for. So yeah, it was. I think the stadium was much to do with the last 6 minutes, just as much as the team were. So. No, fair dues to everyone. We all deserve that. We all deserve that. Mike, you deserved it because when was the last time you saw us win at home?
Preston North End at home, April 2024.
Yeah, that's kind of stinky, isn't it? I mean, you can count the West Brom game, no?
It's not technically in the league.
I guess so. I mean, it's a league decider.
I guess so. Yeah, okay. Well, West Brom at home then.
But still, a long time.
Yeah,
needed
goodness.
I think if you watch the video, you can see how much we needed it. Especially just me and you. I don't think I've screamed that hard at a game in a while.
No, not at all.
I was very hoarse when I got home.
You could hear it in our voices because we were literally laughing our heads off. I think at the Ryan Manning free kick.
Yeah.
The audio of that is absolutely hilarious because all I can hear is me just cackling because I
Yeah.
just couldn't believe how ridiculous it was. To think like, okay, he's that far out and he's gonna have a go.
Yeah.
That, and then the fact of how it went in, just literally smashed into the side net. It was just like flip it.
How you know? But yeah, it was a great game. I think people, Wrexham could say they did themselves good because they spent 90 minutes in the lead. But you look at the stats, they did get absolutely dominated in every sense of the word. I mean, we had 75% possession to their 25. We had 10 shots to their 2.
Oh my goodness, you've done stats.
I've really stepped up my game this year. I knew that we had nice cameras, so I thought, I might as well get a stat. So yeah, we had 75% to their 25. We had 10 shots to their 2. I mean, Baz had to deal with 2 things: the penalty, which fair play, just hard to save. But then I would honestly say that second one was even harder to save. That, again, we're giving shout outs to players. Bazunu, kept us. He won that game, and it was an absolutely incredible shot. And I think Ryan Hardy did so well to but unfortunate for Josh Quasi because he overextended for it, landed right to Ryan Hardy. He did so well to control it. He's hit it well. And I do think it's on target, and I do think it's going in. And Baz just gets that hand to it. So it's a really great save for Baz, and that'll do a lot for him. I think there's a lot of and ahhing about that goalkeeper position. I still think we need a number 2.
Okay.
Because I think McCarthy...
Yeah, happy with Baz?
I'm happy with Baz. I'm happy with Baz being our number 1 this season. That's fine. I think he's a fine championship goalkeeper. And, he's got a bit more experience under his belt. And hopefully shot stopping was his little bit of weakness.
Yeah.
So hopefully, he bags a few more of those this season. I just think knowing that he's got a bit of an injury record, I don't want McCarthy being the only replacement because right now it is just McCarthy and then we're going to the youth team. Lumley's gone, obviously Rambo's gone. There's no real backups. I feel like another one would be nice. I have seen a few rumours. One of them was a Canadian goalkeeper with the worst save percentage in the Canadian League, which I don't rate. Of all the weird transfer rumours you get, that's one of the weird ones. But yeah, Baz really kept us in that game. He did really well. Even just passing around at the back, just knowing that he was the option was there, but we weren't doing it the entire time.
Yeah,
beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, no, I thought it was a great game.
Yeah, no, fantastic to see that, and I think it was nice to see a manager go for it, wasn't it?
Yeah.
To throw everything on. There was the stage in the game where I was like, we've got every single attacking player we have on this pitch. And
yeah, it was
like
at a certain point. I think it just went to a 2-2-5.
Yeah. It was so ridiculous, and then the fact for Jack Stevens to still be up at the back.
Yeah, why was Jack Stevens even up that end of the pitch?
So like you've got all the forwards on the pitch, and you've still got Jack Stevens. I absolutely loved it. So,
and is there a player that needed that goal probably more than Jack Stevens to wipe the? And he was so good that game as well. Some of the challenges he put in. There was one in the second half, and I think it's either Harding or Moore that's barreling down, and he's just beating him for pace. We've got 2 in Jack Stevens and Joshua Quasi, who I think also had a great game.
Yeah,
we've got 2 really physical centre backs that turns out have got quite good pace on them as well. Quasi is electric. I think centre back is going to be the weird position this year because we've really got good stock.
Yeah,
I think this team's going to be better once we convert to a 4 at the back. I think it was overkill having the 3 centre backs on.
Yeah,
and I think Edwards got done quite a few times, and that shot from Kiefer Moore that hit the crossbar in the first half, that was really 3 centre-backs that were pushing and pulling each other, and they never really got back into position,
right?
And then didn't shut it down. I feel like that confusion's gone if you just have it 2 centre-backs.
Yeah.
We want to be an attacking team this year, so let's not put that third man at the back. But it's good to know that they can play it. So we need to tie a game off and park a bus, then we could bring on another centre-back, but it's going to be interesting because you've got Taylor Harwood-Bellis returns, Quasi, Ronnie Edwards, Jack Stevens, Nathan Wood. Wood.
So if he is playing 3, who are your 3?
Right now, Stevens, Quasi, and probably Harwood-Bellis.
Right. Okay.
It's probably the way I'd go with it.
Yeah. I think I'll go with that.
I
like Ronnie Edwards, but I just think I thought he was bigger.
He's a little guy
compared to a lot of the. I mean, especially against Kiefer Moore, who's like 6'7".
He's a pretty thick, like for a forward, pretty chunky.
Yeah.
But also you got Charlie Taylor who plays at the right of a back 3 quite well as well.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's going to be quite important in this team. I think Will really rates Charlie Taylor of all the players that we've got. I think he's a player that we've heard so much from. I don't think Russ talked about him this much.
Yeah. Shout out to Isaac joining as a member. Thanks so much. More membership content to come very soon, so look out for that. Charlie Taylor, though, it does seem kind of strange that he was brought in to bolster our Premier League quality in defence.
I do not. I think the funny joke about Charlie Taylor was when he came in, it was like, he'll be good for when we go back down to the Championship. And lo and behold, we're back down to the Championship, and he looks like he's going to be a bit of a player for us down here. So, listen, you can't take anything in the stock from last season because none of it makes sense. Looking back at it now, some of the players at the position he was doing, the formation, doing the style, it makes no sense at all. So,
yeah.
Will just seems like he has his head on straight, really.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and Joshua Kwasi has that ridiculous long throw in as well.
Yeah.
And it's not a Salasu barely make the 6-yard box. It is in there. That is dangerous.
Yeah.
And the moment we start playing with Downs or the Loch Ness Drogba, I forgot his name for a second, Ross Stewart. As soon as we get those onto the team and we've got real targets in that position, that's going to be pretty dangerous.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it certainly will be. Should we move on to the Northampton game?
Let's do that. You'll have to talk all about that because I watched bits of it, but it just kind of felt like pre-season was back.
It was pretty underwhelming, if I'm brutally honest. I think there were times within this game where part of me was thinking, okay, let's be fair. They've gone out. They've gone onto a pitch that's probably not to the sort of standard that St Mary's is. They may be treading carefully, thinking like, I don't want to pick up an injury here or something like that. But it did look a little bit shaky a lot of times. And for us the way we scored, I mean... Yeah,
it's not the prettiest goal in the world.
Well, it's just that Matty Fernandes just did it all, really. Just got the ball into the position where he wanted to be in, 5-yard box, and then cuts back and flashed it in the roof of the net. It was, yeah.
It's not pretty, but they got the job done.
Yeah.
And I just think it's a shame there's a lot of players that probably should have done more in that game.
Yeah.
You look at like Brereton Diaz. I know Cam Archer got the assist technically, but like you said, Matty Fernandes did most of the work. But that was a game that I felt those players needed to step up and be like, I need to start. Jay Robinson shouldn't be starting it. Like if you're Brereton Diaz, you shouldn't you should be hoping that you're the first to start. You're the proven player, but Jay Robinson, much deserved, should be the winger. And they just didn't really put up much of a fight. But when you look at the stats for that game, it's really close. It's their 43% to our 56, their 16 shots to our 13, 4 shots on target to our 3. You just look through it and it's just like, we didn't really do too much. If you look at the stats for the Wrexham game, I think we've got for passing, what was it? With passing, we got 609 total passes to their 204, which is ridiculous.
Yeah.
And in this game, it's 301 to 391. So it's really just, they didn't do anything extra. We didn't play better than them. It just seems that this team are not glued.
No. And Northampton did have quite a few chances there as well.
Exactly. Yeah, they did. They really, again, I watched more of the highlights than anything else for this game, but from what I saw, they were the team that looked on the front foot, really. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And it did just feel like to me like it's another pre-season game that's been dropped in after the first game.
Yep.
A bit unnecessary. Is the cat about? Was it Ollie?
How is the cat? I don't know how the cat's got out. Sorry, it's a distraction.
I think a child threw out the window, but that's fine.
Must have gone out somewhere. Must have gone out there. Sorry. You also noticed that I've redone the framing. You might wonder why it was on this image for so long. It's because I was reframing the camera there. So.
And you almost must let us know how the audio sounds, because it was only until we listened to it back last week we realised it was a bit disgusting.
Yeah, it was horrendous.
Please let us know in future.
It was peaking. Even though these lights are flashing at me, I would have actually seen that. So, but yeah, no, we're also recording this audio wise, so this will be uploaded as a audio file somewhere, maybe.
Yeah, soon. It's time to get into the podcasting world. Luckily, in that sense, I can cut out a lot of this. So if you're watching live, you think, I'm going to listen to that back and think, cool. But I'm sure there was more mistakes.
Skip to that other bit.
I'm pretty sure Mike fumbled that intro.
Yeah. Oh, most definitely.
I think it's because you don't have your little quip anymore. It used to be, little quip.
Yeah.
The intro and then into it. But
I think people know what to do now, don't they? Because I just like and subscribe.
Put the bell on.
Put the bell on. All the things. I don't want to. Just gets me. No, it's the distance to the mic, lads. Yeah, we're trying to. Is it too much? Are we moving around a bit too much? Let us know. But we're still learning on this. I've still got the audio over here actually as well.
Yeah, we could be more professional about it. You're right, but
I could go with that.
What's the point?
Yeah. Yeah.
This is more punk rock, as you can clearly see.
It is. It is. Oh, look at this. Matchday Vlogs over second tier pod. Thank you so much. I think it's because we're also incredibly biased to our own club. So
Did you?
which is the way it should be.
Have you ventured out much into the Championship podcast since the start of the season?
A little bit. What, a second tier?
Have you? Yeah. Have you listened I listened to the second tier after the first game.
Yes, I think because they're quite complimentary of our amazing limbs.
I think they were complimentary of the limbs and how much good, but I don't think they were very complimentary of how we were in the game.
Yeah.
It's good to have that devil's advocate, but I think they took it a bit too far of just how bad they thought we were. I think that if it wasn't for that Wrexham goal and it was 0-0 up until that moment, I think you'd be like, well, they're a bit underwhelming today, but there's definitely been chances.
Mm-hmm.
But there was too many P-rollers. We need an attacker that does it really well.
Yeah.
And how, obviously, like I said, you watched the game. Well, how was Damien Downs to you? I think everyone's already going a little bit overboard in their criticism towards him.
Yes. Have I got the image of Damien Downs? Yeah, I do. Up he goes. Do you know what? I think Tom Murray from BBC Solent made an excellent point about it. I think I saw one of his tweets and basically said he related it to when Graziano Pele joined. There was a similar kind of sluggish, slow start, and then the moment he got his first goal, they absolutely started banging him.
Away, yeah.
But there were a couple of occasions. I mean, the Northampton miss was kind of slightly played behind them and sort of rolled over the top of it. The last minute moment at the weekend, I kind of prefer that he missed it because Jack Stevens could smash it in. But again, similarly, it's just a case of getting on the ball and just getting on it.
And also, he's only been in a week or so, maybe 2 weeks at this point now, training with the team. And I think one thing is very clear from this Will Still side is the fitness is going to go through the roof.
Mm-hmm.
Like even pre-season, as we were going into it, you heard a lot about the players doing extra running and doing extra thing. And then when you watch that picture and scene where you see Will before the game, saying you've never been fitter, you've never been more prepared than you are right now.
Yeah,
it's just like right, they're hitting a certain point of fitness, and I'm sure Damien's is not too far behind, but to get on the level that we're going to be needing for this, for 46 games as well. I mean, I think it's just the start of it.
Yeah. Of course, we are linked with other strikers as well, which we'll get onto later on in the show with some other sort of transfer chat going on, as incomings as well as possible certain outgoings. So we'll have to see how that goes.
Are we in agreement that Brera Diaz can be moved on?
That guy's called Matty Fernandez, isn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
West Ham.
Yeah.
Take a look at this guy.
Yeah. He did that.
I actually think he'd be the perfect replacement for Isaac at Newcastle. I think if there's someone that can take that really pretty bad Eddie Howe Newcastle team to the very top, his name is Ben Brereton Diaz.
Yeah. Eddie, call us.
He was cool.
We've got the player for you. Yeah. Yeah.
He could be on a flight from Bournemouth Airport tonight.
Exactly. They're always better. Him and Shah and they're all best of friends. Absolute best of friends. Right. Should we look ahead to the Ipswich game then?
Absolutely.
So, of course, it is Sunday's 12 midday kickoff.
Another 12 o'clock.
As we take on...
We're massive.
Ipswich.
We're huge. 2 12 o'clocks in a row.
I know, right? What's up with that? So, against Ipswich, who played Birmingham in their opening... Well, they opened up the Championship campaign on Friday night. It was a draw for them. Came back very late on. Some say quite lucky in that penalty that was given. Mm-hmm. But I thought they looked quite flat. And then recently in the cup, they got knocked out by
Bromley.
In
penalties, and but it was they were down at half time 1-0 to Bromley, so they were the team chasing the game. It's similar to our start, except that we've managed to get it over the line both times. I know that they've lost a lot in this window so far Ipswich. There's a lot of things that they've missed. Delap's gone. And that's a huge thing because he was the guy getting them over the line. He had a lot of goals in the last championship campaign, a lot of goals last season. Yeah. And I'm hearing a lot of things about Amari Hutchinson maybe being gone as well. I think apparently West Ham might be looking to move on him after they can afford a certain £50 million midfielder. They've backed out of that and could be looking at Hutchinson. But then also I've heard maybe Nottingham Forest as well. So. Close to 37.5, which, listen, I think Ipswich are getting good money for these players. So that's, they can reinvest it. But we all know that reinvesting in this, especially when you're in this league, could be a really dangerous thing.
Yeah.
Because if you don't do it right, then you're sort of hampered with them, and you're in this league. But you've got that consistency of McKenna. But they were, was it League One to Championship to Premier? It was, wasn't it? They did the same as us, and having that kind of momentum is incredible. Yeah, and that get you through. But then having as a harder time as it was last season for them. I mean, it wasn't as bad as us, but we know how to lose. There's one thing Southampton are good at: it's being bad, and not having long-term effects. Whereas, for Ipswich, it could be. It could be a bit too far. It could be, especially with under that management, it could be how many times can they reboot and rally again? That's a real big thing to do.
Yeah, I mean, Kieran McKenna's one of those great managers that I think he could probably do a lot with not a lot.
And he still has a lot there. I mean, even if Hutchinson goes, you still got George Hurst in the team. You still got Sammy Smodic in the team. Jack Clark is in the team. So there's still
Jack Clark's great signing. Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, we wanted him, so and it was that. I mean, that should have been the first of many warning signs that last season wasn't going to go our way when we were losing out on those kind of players.
Yeah.
But there's still a lot there for Ipswich.
Just on that, I mean, just thinking like 37.5 million.
Yeah.
Last season we sold Lavia for 60+ million. Like the amount of money. I mean, what did Rory Delap go for? Sorry, Liam Delap.
Rory would have gone for way more.
For 500k.
I was telling Asta over the weekend, right, how funny it is that like in every sense, Liam Delap is a much better player than Rory Delap. But because he can't do the long throw-ins, I don't care. I'm not like, but you're not your dad though, are you?
I've got a long sleeve shirt on. Doesn't count. But you know what I mean? I just feel that there's a lot of money being spent on they're not championship players.
They're not. They're Premier League players that have been relegated, and these are players that really can play in the Premier League.
But they've come up from the championship in the case of.
And I think.
Well, Liam Delap came from Manchester. That's not true. Yeah. So
I think that the thing about it is that we've done really well with the money that we're spending. The money that we are asking for, and the money that we've gotten for players in this window so far. Yeah. We've shipped a lot. We talked about it last time. Paul Sulemana. Other players I don't like, they've all gone, and we've got all right money for them, and the fact that we can hold out for Taylor and Matty Fernandez. Are you, again, I don't want to tempt fate, but are you kind of with me that I don't think either of them are going?
Who? Matty Fernandez?
Or Tyler Dibman? I think Tyler might at this point, because his head's been turned, and he might be going. And if the team's going to pay the money for it, they are. But Everton have signed Grealish. He signed the contract today. He's a picture of him in the shirt and everything.
Yeah,
I think maybe Spurs could go after him.
Yeah,
but Spurs, are they in a position to spend 40 million on a 19-year-old? They won't spend that kind of money on a proven player.
No, that's true. No, I think the big factor is how much time is left on a player's contract.
Absolutely.
Like in the case of Matty Fernandez, got 4 years.
4 years.
So that has to be priced into it. If we paid 18 million for him, and he's only done a year of his 5-year contract, it's just like, well, it's just what it is. So, but if it's true that his agent is pushing for a move away, which, I mean, let's be realistic in the world of football, that does make a lot of sense to the player to play in a higher league, to prove himself, to progress his career, etc., etc. But that long-term contract is stipulating a price point, which, let's face it, West Ham weren't prepared to pay. And I don't think anyone is really going to be able to prepared to pay that amount of money for him. So in that regard, there's a possibility myself, but the level-headed me is saying he's going. There's no way. If we keep him in the Championship, it's going to be utterly ridiculous.
Because I honestly think at this point now, I think they're staying, and I think the club will sign either the two names that we're seeing a lot right now.
Is it that one there?
Yeah, it's that one there. It's one of them there. We've got Jack. It's Jack Rondoni.
Yeah.
Jack Rodoni.
Yeah.
And then the other one is Edouard Spersian from. I'm not going to pretend I know all these off by heart. I do have notes. We're not going to.
Russian league.
He's in the Russian league, Armenian. He plays for Krasnodar, and he actually played last night. I think that was the fun thing. Last night I saw him. Not only did he play, they played. I think they won 4-0. He scored, and then after the game, he flat out name dropped Southampton.
Really?
Yeah.
In what context?
I believe you can. If someone wants to get the actual quote up and throw it in the comment section so we can see it, but it is along the lines of there is a serious offer in from Southampton. I'm going back to the club tonight, today or tomorrow to be to discuss what the next steps are.
Okay.
And it's a serious bid. And I feel like both of those players are of a similar ilk. So I think if it's even be one or the other, but if somehow it is both of them and we still keep Fernandes and we still keep Diblin, our team is going to be unreal this year.
Well, let's figure this out, because if we recouped our money from Torpal, Caldine Sulemana, then the money is there. Say, for instance, I mean, how much are we going to get Spurs in for? What, 11 million or something like that?
It sounds like it's going to be anywhere that's sort of between 12 to 15 million. But also, it sounds like he's got a really big contract. It'll be a lot of money for him with a real big.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, it'll be a lot of money for him, and then with a big jump up if they go to the Premier League.
Right.
And I think that's the thing that's pulling him in. It's like, right, he wants this amount. Not really getting that offer, but he'll get that from us if we get promoted. So that's the sound of it. And then
Good
Jack
incentive.
And then Jack Rondini, it sounds to be. I think I've read it. What was the number I've kept on seeing? 15 mil.
Mm-hmm.
And his stats are great from last season. I mean, he was so good for Coventry. So it's 23 goals and 50 appearances in all competition, plus a boatload of assists. So he's doing all right.
That does sound good. I mean, going back to the Edward Spurgeon thing, I know he's won tons of awards in his leagues, and he's been player of the league for the last 2 seasons, scored, 18-something goals in his league appearances. Didn't we hear of a certain other player bossing it in a Belgian league, and he was scoring all over? I mean, there are levels to this.
Who was our top goal scorer last season?
Okay, yeah, good point.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
But we're bigging up a player, but
this is the league to do it in. If you're
Yeah.
if you're going to get him in, the thing with Paul, if Paul stayed with us in the Championship, and it was to Russ, it wasn't completely Russ's system, and it was a bit more loose to fit them in there, he would have bagged for sure. He absolutely would, and I feel like
and the confidence he would have got.
Absolutely, and this, Edouard is more inclined to what we want to be doing. He's of the style, and he can have a season in the Championship to get his fitness, find the level, get used to the English game, and go up to the Premier League with a load of confidence of right, I've gotten goals, I've got an assist, I know the team. And here's the thing: if he comes in this season and he performs well, he's going to be loved by the fans instantly.
Yeah.
I think this is the season for a lot of players to sort of get a little bit of oomph back to them.
Yeah.
And not playing at such a turgid system, which makes you look bad if things go wrong. That was kind of the problem with Rust Ball, is when it looks bad, it looks really, really, really bad. Mm-hmm. And there's no way to avoid it. And you kind of just look at Russ after a couple of games at Rangers. Does not look good there.
No, it's a similar kind of thing, really. But I'm just looking over here. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by the chat. You guys over on the chat have some interesting conversations here. I just want to bring up this one attention, because Forest getting James McAtee from Manchester City, I think, is an absolute wild move, because he's a serious player.
Nottingham Forest are a serious team, mate.
Yeah. Sorry, it's just wild. I think it's one of the exciting prospects, but that's the joys of FFP, is that all these homegrown players are sold off to someone else. So, yeah.
We'll take that. As a club that love a young English player.
But
show the love.
The context of James McAtee, 30 million, Matty Fernandes, 60 million. Do you see what I mean? It's like,
yeah, Amari Hutchinson,
but that
almost 40 million. Well,
that's where the perception comes from all these fan bases saying, "Oh, West Ham fans saying, no, we should get him for 30 million. He's a 30 million pound player." What contract?
Who was the pundit that said Will Still shouldn't be setting that price tag for Matty Fernandes? It's like, first of all, what year do you live in that you think the manager sets the price? Second of all, it's not that price because we think that's the money we want for it. We set that price because we don't want to sell him, but we will at an outrageous price.
Yeah.
So many of these pundits are just awful, and so many of them feel like they're just top 6 fans. That's why you need content like this, and
bring you down to earth.
Yeah.
Yes, and get very, very real views on Southampton. Just thinking about the lineup that we perhaps could see. I haven't actually set up the formation planner yet. I knew it was something. We spent like 2 hours preparing for the show, and I've still forgotten that bit.
At least
Anyway,
I gave you a tear maker.
oh, you did actually. Yeah. We're gonna be filming some stuff right after this live episode. So if you've got anything that you particularly want us to discuss, just stick in the podcast shorts or the little 6-minute videos we've been doing.
Yeah.
So let us know, either in the chat or in the comment section. Actually, stick in the comment section because then that way we'll definitely see it. And
In
I'll be
reality, thank you for all your nice words about those videos as well.
Yes.
Everyone's been real positive about it.
Thank you so much. Yeah, no, we really do appreciate it.
Because me and Mike hate it. We actually hate doing this.
It took a while to pack down and pack up, didn't it? But here we are. The interim
We're
studio.
both actually just Ajax fans. We're both Dutch. We're just really good at accents.
Oh dear. Can you talk about how bad Ali Diaz is? Oh yeah, it's one of our famous players, isn't he? It's Ali Diaz, wasn't it? Ali Diaz.
Idea.
Yeah, got that right. So who do you think is starting on Sunday? Do you think it's an unchanged kind of setup? Would you go with a similar?
I think it's almost unchanged, but apart from either Ross Stewart or Downs needs to start in that number 9 role.
Yeah.
I think one of those two. I love Adama, but he's just not the physical presence that you want in the middle of the box to get those balls in. The chances that he had against Wrexham, they were all straight at the goalkeeper. There was no power to it, and there was no oomph to it. He's a great
really
winger,
surprising.
but it just wasn't. He's not Shea Adams, and you need that in this position. Even the last championship campaign. Do you remember, Mara had a few good games, and I think that's because he is that slightly different profile to what Adama is, and I don't think he needs to be in the middle there at all. I think maybe I like to see Cam Archer a bit more, but reality is I think we should start the game with Fraser, with Jay Robinson. I can't believe I'm saying that. I can't believe we're in a position where Ryan Fraser's got to start. He was so good that game.
Yeah.
At right wing, at right fullback, at running, whatever position he wanted to play.
Yeah.
I even reckon he would have saved the penalty too.
Yeah. Andy's saying that Taylor Harwood better in for Edwards. I think that's perhaps a good shout.
But would you all want to start with the 3 at the back? I think that's maybe against Ipswich purely because they're a
Is
competition
Amari
team.
Hutchinson still going to be there? Yeah.
It's away from home. You can be a bit more defensive and then change as we go on. Will's going to be the guy who's going to change formations as we go and play to the team that's in front of us. I think we're going to start a 3 at the back, and if Ipswich are as flat as they have been in the past previous games, we'll see that switch made a bit earlier.
Yeah.
But all good to me.
Yeah. It'd be interesting to see what they're like for their first game at home because they haven't played Portman Road yet.
Exactly.
So,
and obviously Manning over Wellington.
Yeah, I'm not sure why he didn't start, man.
Well, I think Wellington. I think if you would have watched those pre-season games, I think we all would have started Sugawara and Wellington straight away because they seemed to be slightly more attacking.
Yeah.
And then as soon as it's actual go time, you're like, oh no, Manning for sure. Manning, he's great. It's the way he whips that ball into the box. Wellington just wasn't whipping the ball in at all.
No, it wasn't.
Everyone's a bit 50-50 on Sugawara. I think listen, he's not Kyle Walker-Peters.
No.
But I think the defence is going to be better without Kyle Walker-Peters.
Well, because we're not building around him.
Because we're not building it around him. When we were playing forwards, everyone's like, well, they're going to play it down the right because their best attack is down that wing. And then as soon as we get the ball, there's going to be space at the back because he's one of the defenders.
Yeah.
So Sugawara is not going to be that kind of player, although you will see those moments from him. And I think he still had a few of them. But I think defensively, he's still not quite it. But I think that's still learning the game, still things to come.
Does this man start?
Oh, yeah, go on then. Go on in.
I mean, the fact that you could potentially, because nothing's come in for Tyler either. So you could be in a situation where...
He's not trained though, is he? He's not been with the team training.
That's true. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I was just dreaming there.
Well, it's that thing of that's the thing with Tyler. It's the only thing that's really annoying is that Matty's shown what a professional does. Get your head down. I'm at this club. This is where I want to be. We all know that he has said that he wants to be here, even though people might not believe that. And even if he does end up going to Atletico Madrid on deadline day, he's got on with his work and done it, whereas Dibben hasn't. Now, granted, Tyler, he's younger. It's going to be more difficult for him. There's real big talk with him and what he wants and what he wants to be doing. But I'm kind of disappointed that he's not training with the team and he's not being a part of it. But at the same time,
We need to.
I don't care because we've got Jay Robinson.
Yeah. Well, this is it. I mean, I thought Jay Robinson still had a great game. He hit the post. I got no closer with Jay Robinson, but I believe he's in this squad here somewhere. Is he? No. Well, that went well.
But in that picture was Sesse, and I think Sesse has a chance that she'll be back on the bench. I think he did really good in pre-season as that defensive midfielder. I feel like Flynn is still kind of getting back into fitness as well. I thought he had a bit of a turgid first half a little bit. Could have done a little bit better.
Yeah.
Oh my God, we got Bree as well. Bree's to come back as well. I feel like we see Breezy a lot.
Yeah. Have we seen the last of Will Smallbone in the same
Here's the
shirt?
thing, right, about Will. Will's the funny one because I see the club want $8 million for him. I don't think they get that right this window. But if he's
What's he got left on his contract though?
I don't know. I don't do contract talks. If you want that kind of stuff, you need to watch the Total Saints podcast.
Yeah. Shame.
Steve will tell you.
We saw Steve after the game, didn't we?
We did indeed.
Yeah.
I think
Steve, it's like, turn around like.
I think it just scared them a little bit more than anything else.
Sorry, Steve, you're fine.
We love you. We love those guys. But yeah, I feel like there's, if he has a campaign with us in the championship, and he does as well as he did last time. You then probably could get 7-8 million from him next season to a team. I'm kind of more interested to see Matsuki play. To be honest, I spoke about him last time. Spent last season at Gestape on loan.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I just love a Japanese player.
Yeah.
Maya Yoshida.
Yeah.
He set a precedence. No, I just love it. But he does look like a really good player, and he kind of looks like Will with a bit of extra oomph to it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So as I would be gutted to see Will go because he's a Saints boy.
Oh yeah.
Through and through for the academy, and he's had a hard time of it. He's a player that gets way too much hate.
Yeah.
He was he great last season? No, he wasn't. But he was injured for a lot of it as well. He didn't play an awful lot.
Yeah.
And in a squad that was all terrible. And unfortunately, he kind of has that awful bad luck charm of coming on as a substitute and the game getting worse. Will Smallbone is not an impact player. He should not be a sub that you make later on in the game. He's decent when he starts the game, can get into it. He's pretty solid. He makes good runs. He's got good passing, good movement. And then you bring someone on. I just don't think he's that impact player.
No, and I think the problem for Will is that when he's been brought on late as a sub, he's been put into a position he shouldn't really be in.
Yeah.
And he's been asked a lot of them. But, let's not forget those special memories away at Birmingham, the playoff semi-final, the first goal he scored.
And he assisted Adama in the final as well.
That absolutely electric pass to find Adam Armstrong to smash it in to see half of Wembley Stadium go absolutely nuts.
I do kind of feel last season might have been my fault because when we came up, I had Smallbone on the back of my away kit.
I had Shane Charles on the back of mine.
And then at that Puma night, Will was like, "You need to get it on the back of your kit this season," and I did not buy that away kit, and I was not going to do that. So I would have put your name on the back of that shirt if I had bought it, but I wasn't.
Alas,
I don't wear high vis.
Yeah. I quite like that fizzy yellow shirt.
Does that mean you like that Portsmouth kit that was announced today?
No.
I thought not.
No one likes that. No, I like some of the tweets you put up about that. Right, should we finish off some score predictions for the weekend?
Let's do that.
Probably wise to do. Right, we're hitting the part of the show where we're going to be giving our score predictions for Sunday's game away at Ipswich. So please be sure to smash in your score predictions in the chat section. We'll be going through all of those right after me and Jack have given ours. Right, would you like to go first?
Go on then. I am going to go
because it's going to be more ridiculous than mine.
Well, yeah, I think it is an audacious. I'm going to go for a very statement-heavy 2-0 Southampton.
A clean sheet.
A clean sheet away at Ipswich.
Nice.
That would really set a precedent.
Nice.
For what I want this season to be.
It would be our first league away win since Ipswich.
So if that team last season could do it, I feel like this team this season can definitely do it.
Yes, I think you're right. Yeah, and without the likes of Liam Delap up front, then maybe Baz gets it done in goal, and we do see a clean sheet. Do you know what? I'm going to join you.
Oh my God! Look at you.
I'm going to join you because of how
so unoriginal.
Yeah, I know. Because of how we finished the game, I think that momentum there. Okay, we didn't see it at Northampton away, but I think, different lineup, slightly different vibe. I think we'll be wanting to go for it, and we can believe that we can do it in that manner. So both me and Jack are going for a 2-0 away win.
Wow.
What are these words that
What
we're
one,
saying?
what one win will do to you, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Well, we're coming off back-to-back wins, but Ipswich are unbeaten in 90 minutes. Is that fair to say?
True.
True. But they haven't played at home yet, so we'll have to see what the magic is. So, right, let's go through some of these score predictions in the chat session. Be sure to smash yours in as we go through all of these.
A lot of people breaking the rules, I can see there. A lot of draws, which we don't do.
If you've put a draw, quickly go back in the chat section. Andy, I'm looking at you.
For those who don't know, right, this is the fence, and you can be on this side or this side, but if you sat here, you're rubbish. So pick one.
Exactly. There are a lot of draws in here.
The most American thing about me is that I will not predict a draw. What do you mean draw?
What is this draw? I don't think Cameron's got a score prediction. It's going for a 5-3-2-1. Oh, no, it's formation, as you were. Right, let's start with Cameron. He is going for, look at that, he's going for a 2-1 Saints 97th minute winner from Damien Downs.
Oh, see, again, and that's something, I think, though, goals at the right time, a goal for Downs to win the game, will be the one that is the winner. Electric.
Yeah, that'd be something else. JB Rose is going for a 3-2 Saints reversal. What happened in the last championship game? That was a really good game, actually. I know we lost that, but some like build-up play in our first goals was something else. He's going for Fernandez, Armstrong, Downs for us, Clark and Chaplin for them. Andy's first attempt at score prediction, he's gone for a 1-1 draw, but he's gonna put something else in later on. I just know it. Yep. Let's see. Chat, what are the rules about predicting draws this season? We've just explained.
You know exactly. You know exactly what the rules are.
Yes. Dan is going for a 3-1 Saints. Dan knows the rules. Look at that. 3-1 Saints win. Saints 66 going for a 2-1 win. Not many people picking clean sheets here.
I get that. That makes sense. The fact that you're picking wins is fantastic. Well, I can say that's the good thing.
Yeah.
No clean sheet, I get it.
Yeah. Let's see. Andy, member of the channel, thanks so much for the support. With the vibe I'm getting already from Ipswich fans, creative players they've lost and who's leaving, I'm going for a 4. Whoa.
A stumble out the box, eh? I love that. 4-1. Not being funny, Andy.
You're going to have to sit here, mate.
Yeah, you, me, mate. What's going on?
Yeah. My goodness. Go on. Loving that. Away win. We will be 3-0 up before they score.
Imagine that. Imagine being relieved in a game like that. This is fun.
Yeah, 3-0 up at 88 minutes. I'm thinking we might get a point. That's my thoughts.
You're never safe at 2-0.
No, definitely not. Dylan is going for a 2-1 Saints. Ben's going for a 3-1. Isaac's going for a 2-1. I think the goals will be in the first half. I think Ipswich midfield looks weak. They didn't look good against Birmingham. They didn't look good against Birmingham, even though they're a good team. Yep, very well organised team. Here he is. Look at this. 4-1, easy win. Happy night. Yes.
I'm happier, but aren't you happier as well?
Yes. You feel better inside. Yeah.
If it's 4-1 at the weekend, Andy, imagine how good you're going to feel when you come back to the next stream and be like, yeah, boy, I predicted 4-1, rather than, hey, I said it'd be 2-2.
Yeah. It feels like one of those moments where if this comes true, Andy's got to have a player's name on his back of his shirt. I don't know.
Well, I'm still waiting for you to get
my Diallo.
Yeah, your Diallo shirt.
It wasn't a hat trick. It was.
Can the chat? Can you decide this? Does a brace and then a penalty and a penalty shootout count as a hat trick? If you've seen him put the ball in the net 3 times.
How random it would be for him to get Diallo put on the back of this season's kit.
I will go to classic football shirts and get a Diallo shirt from that season.
He's gone 2-2. Right. I'll make sure Jack doesn't see that. Jack, look away now. Ewan is going for a 3-1 Saints quasi to get his first. Delgo saying I was going to say 2-2, but I'm not allowed to say 4-0. Yeah,
spot on.
Which is a 2-2 with a team with a great defence.
That is.
Yeah. That
is a way to look at it. Yes.
Chris Oakley's going for a 3-2 Saints comeback again. God, that'd be something else. Absolutely crazy things. Saints is picking his goal scorers Downs and Robinson's to score. Steve is going for a 2-1 Saints. What's this? Oh, and Adam Blackmore, Nightmare Downs will assist Downs.
Downs.
I didn't think about that. He's going to have all these double-barreled names, and now he's got people with the same name in the same team.
Is there some way that
Adam Armstrong, Stuart Armstrong?
Is there some way that we can mould Fall Out Boy Sugar We're Going Down into a song for the both of them? Because the chorus is down, down.
Oh, yeah.
Down, down.
We'll have to work on that.
So we're working on it. Hold the spot.
Yeah. What's this? How many strikes do you get when predicting draws? Jack, how many strikes do you get when predicting draws?
It depends. It depends if I see you in real life. I will blank you.
No hats. See? Thank you.
Hey, Dan, you know that just a second ago when you put a draw and it's like, well, that's against the rules.
There we go. I think I've got to all the... What is this? Who remembers last time Saints player scored a hat-trick in a competitive game?
Oh, who was it?
I think I know who this is.
Was it Mane? Have we had one since the Mane fastest hat-trick?
Did Danny Ings get a hat-trick? My phone's over there.
Phones are over there on TikTok.
Yeah.
If anybody on the TikTok chat or anybody in this chat can actually give us an answer.
Yeah.
Elianusi against Newport in the Cup.
Oh, yeah. Well, that was like an 8-0 win, wasn't it?
True. That doesn't count.
Yeah. Great ball knowledge, though, Andy. Fair play.
I love that. So quick with it as well.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Status quo going down, down. That is a fantastic shout.
Down, down,
deeper down. Yeah, perfect.
Down, down, deeper down.
I think Quo are an underrated football band.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. I'm pretty sure Cheyenne scored a hat-trick at some point in the league. We'll find out. Because that Newport game was the cup against Newport. So, but, hey, we've just played Northampton and struggled with a 1-0. So, yeah. Cool. Right. Any other thing in the world of football that you want to chat about? Any madness in the transfer world that you're thinking, oh my goodness, what are they thinking?
I think the bigger issue that I've got right now in the footballing world was the price of a pizza and a pint at St. Mary's.
Yeah. I think we need to talk about this.
I didn't think that tweet would blow up as much as it did.
I think a lot of us were a little bit shocked. I mean, I like the concept. Okay, I'm going to say this first. Also, Phil Parsons, anyone else at the club, if you're watching, switch off now.
Sorry, Uncle Phil.
Yeah. Sorry, we've got to be real right now, and say that was dreadful.
It was awful.
That was so bad. I've seen a queue of angry people. In fact, we didn't do a halftime chat in the vlog because we couldn't do it because you went down because you pre-ordered.
Yeah, my whole plan was, do you know what? I'm going to take advantage of this pre-order system. I usually don't go downstairs for halftime because it's too busy. But thought, do you know what? You got pre-orders in place now.
It'll work.
They'll be spending the first half pouring pints,
Yeah.
and that's what they do. They come downstairs and realise, no, they're literally just taking the orders from you there. So what you've really done,
It's just giving you money early.
you've given your money early, and you don't have to say anything to them, which I love.
Yeah.
I love not having to talk to people, but it was terrible. And that slice of pizza was honking. It wasn't a slice. It was a sliver.
It's okay. It's just very small
I will say,
and quite expensive.
in fairness, it was a very good tasting sliver of pizza. I would have liked a lot more of it. I couldn't believe the amount of messages I got afterwards or during the game about that.
There were a lot of angry people, and in fact, I think when I was waiting for you to come out the queue, and you'd already pre-ordered, and there were people that were queuing a touchscreen, and then joining an even bigger queue.
Yeah, so
to collect and thinking
you go to the machine, you order your thing, and then you go into another line it makes no sense.
Yeah.
There is the self-service pints at the other end, but the thing that really pushed it over the edge is that by the time I got to the front, they were messed up so bad the gas had gone in the beer, so they couldn't pour beer.
Oh, that's why it was backing up.
That's why it's backing up so much because that had gone down. So I ended up having a very flat cider. Mike saw me take the first sip and went, "I'm going back to the seat."
Yeah.
And I think maybe 2 minutes later, I was like, cider's all gone. I didn't pour it away. I'm feeling a little bit fizzy. So, yeah,
I wasn't expecting to see you so soon. I'll be honest. I was
Here's the
like,
thing.
what happened?
Taking beer to the seat is a bad thing, but the worst thing is necking beers. That's going to make things worse.
Yes.
And I'm not going to call out anyone around us. No, to name
not me.
names.
Not me,
Not to name names, and I don't know whether we will see them again this season. There were a few beers in the stands this weekend.
There were quite a few. Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm in two minds about it, because a part of me thinks, oh, it'd be funny to get somebody's a stadium band. That'd be funny. I should grass them up. But at the same time, I was like, and also, if I'm not allowed a beer, you're not allowed a beer.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I don't want to ruin somebody's pint. That's the last thing I'd ever want to do.
Well,
in
yeah,
life.
and also, I mean, let's be real. It's a stupid rule, but I also understand in the sense that I don't particularly want to be covered in beer when we score an amazing last-minute goal. There is that
Absolutely
as well. Also, the amount of people that's suddenly going to need the toilet at 77 minutes and thinking like, oh, okay, yeah, and people bustling by. So I don't know, but I just think it's
that doesn't make any difference for us.
a rule. What with our special?
Well, no, because if no one's gonna have to walk past you to get a beer,
That's true.
unless it's me.
Yeah. I see
No
what
one's
you
gonna
mean
walk in front of you because.
Yeah, it's a good point. Yeah,
So
it's not going to affect us at all. Yeah, crack on.
I was
That's it.
more annoyed at Wembley because the seats had drink holders.
Oh yeah.
So what is the point of me having a cup holder when I'm not allowed to take my cup to the seat?
Yeah, that's pretty wild. That is pretty wild.
But yeah, it's not great. Hopefully the club will do better from it.
I think they have to learn from it because there are a lot of angry people. So they need. Someone said they need more touchscreens. I think if they had more touchscreens, I think the dispense of the stuff is going to get even worse. So they need to figure out how they're like. For instance, if they know we've got 300 pints for half time, and it's like 44 minutes, maybe start pouring some pints.
Yeah.
Maybe.
That was the thing that blew my mind as I get downstairs and see no pints have been poured. And I think they might have even gotten rid of the station that put cups on.
Really?
If it looked like there was less stuff behind the counter. And also, listen, it's not their fault, but when you're casual staff and you're there the day of, a lot of them poor kids probably only learnt to pour a pint that morning. And some of them don't know how the systems work. So when you've then got angry, pretty drunk football fans that want their halftime bits, and they don't have the answers, it's only going to cause problems. So yeah, it's take it and learn. Hopefully it's better next time round. I mean, they've already annoyed people more with their new action fun zone that they're putting in the chapel, which I think is actually a pretty cool idea.
Yeah, I don't think it needs to worry. I think someone put a question about that. What are you guys thinking about the new level 1 facilities? I think it's great. It's another revenue stream. I couldn't quite figure out where it's going. Is it literally going to be the chapel stand?
It's level 1, so it's going to be above so where the concourse is above it. So you know when you go around the chapel, there's obviously like the upper tier bit.
Yeah.
It's just going to be in there.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So I wonder what was.
That's why it's called level 1.
What was under there before? Nothing.
No, so the concourse is staying.
Yeah.
And then above it,
there
was, I think, offices and bits and bobs, just other function rooms. You know, like we can go all the way around. I think it might have even been foundation stuff from the top of my head. I've never actually been and
you can't go all the way around there.
But there is.
No, there is.
Yeah.
Is there office?
Yeah, there's like offices. You can see the windows.
Oh yeah.
So it'd be in there.
Look at that. Learn something new every day.
So everyone take the stadium tour. It's pretty good.
I don't know.
But any Saints fans that are upset about fan zone, the Dow, this level 1, this is football now. You need revenue, and like if you're wondering, hey, how did Wrexham pay £10 million for a player this window? Because they have ridiculous revenue incomes. Because the one thing that the Hollywood guys have done very well is to add more revenue streams to it, and they're adding more and more and more and more because that is how you do that, and that's how you compete.
Yeah.
People are like, oh, the squad is more interested in getting this in than getting a better squad. They can't afford a better squad, so they need to do these things.
Because West Ham want to pay 30 million for Matty Fernandez, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
just learn how money works.
Jack, you sound a little frustrated about that.
It's a late day.
It's a late day. But there we go. I think we've exhausted the avenues of football that we have to talk about this evening.
He's got one more. I've got one more.
Got one more.
Let's talk about Reading beating Portsmouth in front of 0 Portsmouth fans. Fratton Park's a dump hole, even they don't want to go there. Big up the Reading fans for just singing "Oh When the Saints," because I love that.
Especially as the Pompey fans were walking out, I particularly like that bit. It's just like, just as they go.
Beautiful.
So yeah, let's hope. Let's look forward to when we're doing exactly the same thing in January. That would be absolutely lovely. Lovely stuff. Has it verified me already?
Look at that. TikTok.
Fine. Away it goes. But there it is. If you do happen to watch us on replay, be sure to stick in your thoughts on the previous games and the games coming up in the comment section and keep the conversation going that way. Me and Jack will be back some point next week to preview.
Yeah.
Watford away? No, Stoke at home.
Yep.
And then after that, we've got Watford away.
And then Portsmouth.
And then the derby.
The derby.
Yeah, fantastic stuff. But thank you so much for watching us live here. Like I said, stick your thoughts in the comment section. And me and Jack will see you in the next one. All right, see ya.